Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Pam. So today's video is going to be very chill and I'm going to be brutally honest. So it's already April of 2019 and that means that I've officially, basically, sort of, already finished my first freshman year, first year, whatever you want to call it, at FSU while dorming. Dorming for me just seemed like a good way to start off because I didn't know anyone coming to FSU, so I thought it'd be a good way to meet people, and I also wanted to be on campus because I didn't know where the stores were, where like good spots to eat were, so I figured that on campus it kind of just be like a hub for me. That was my thought process going into it. Now before I start with my evaluation of FSU dorming, I just want to preface everything by saying this. This was my experience dorming. I know people that love dorming and that are even going to do it next year. You can have a completely different experience dorming if you go about it differently maybe. I didn't know anyone coming to FSU, so I dormed with a stranger and I also had to change my dorm twice. I'm not trying to discourage you from dorming. I'm just telling you my experience with dorming, which was overall bad. Like, I don't know how else to say it, but I just hate dorming, and I'm putting this out there because I wish I had seen this video before committing to dorming, because people always talk about how, oh, like it's gonna be amazing, blah blah blah, which I did meet my best friend while dorming. Like, I'll give that. Like, I met her at one of the ice cream socials. Usually they have like ice cream or pizza parties or whatever, so you can go and meet people. So in the beginning of the semester, that's how I met her, and then other friends and whatever, which is good. But I don't see how you can't do that outside of dorming. So I made a list. I'm gonna be very thorough in my analysis because I feel like you have to be a specific type of person to want to do this to yourself. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it was just, I don't know, the majority of people that do dorming the first year leave the second year because it's so bad. Like, this is the type of thing only freshmen would do because people like hype it up when you go on tours. Like, I see they only show you the nice dorms first of all, and on top of that, like, you don't really like realize that's gonna be your daily life. Like, you're moving your entire life to a new location. That's gonna be your home. The little cubicle on the left side of the room is gonna be your home for the entire year. So yeah, I just wanted to stress that this was just my experience. If you're super like looking forward to dorming and you can't wait to be in a dorm, don't let me discourage you. Just take what I say with a grain of salt. But I will be going through every single aspect of dorming, from trash, bathroom, laundry. I will be addressing everything to tell you why I didn't like it. So the first topic that I want to talk about in concerns to dorm is the comfort. This is big for me because my home always, at least for me, was a place that I can go to relax after a long day at school. In a school, you don't get that. Like, you're always on campus, living, eating, sleeping on campus. And then you go and wake up and go to class. Like, your home is basically school. And that ends up making a bubble in your life, and I didn't particularly like that. When you dorm, you have an option of how you want to choose your dorms. And one of the options is basically living in your own room or living with a shared room. The catch here is, what I originally wanted to do was like, oh, I'm gonna love dorming, like it'll be fine, I'm just gonna live in a single room. What people don't tell you, and really what I wish someone would tell me, is that that won't be possible. I had already signed my living contract by the time I figured this out, but because you're a freshman, you're basically getting the short end of the stick. The juniors and sophomores that want a dorm and want a single room have already booked their room because they have priority registration for dorming. So by the time you sign up for your dorm, there's not gonna be any single spots left. Then that's when you're left with the other dorms, which is literally sharing a place with 1, 2, or even 3 other girls in the same room. For me, I was living with a stranger, and so that's why for me it was kind of problematic because I didn't know them. Like, yeah, it's pretty easy to be civil and it's nice, like, we're nice. I didn't have a huge problem with any of my roommates. I've had to because I moved. I'll make a whole other story time about why I moved and what went down there because I was basically kicked out of my dorm, but whatever. So basically, if you do want a dorm, I recommend you do it with someone you know because at least it won't be as awkward. Different schedules is a big problem. My friend has a roommate who's like the baton captain, like color guard kind of, at the school, and so she literally has to be done with all of her classes by 2, which is extremely hard every single day. So basically, she has a class at 6 a.m. every day and has to wake up at 5:30 to be on time for her class. So even though that sucks for her, imagine how her roommate feels. Like, there's no coordination for like class times, so you will be woken up. I can't tell you the number of times that I've been woken up in the middle of the night to the smell of weed seeping under the doors to the connecting bathroom, because my hallmates, because you don't just share a space with your roommate, you share it with your hallmates, the two other girls across the bathroom. They like smoke weed in the middle of the night, and it's so annoying. Like, I smell it, and I don't smoke, I don't like it. Like, I don't smoke cigarettes or weed. Like, I don't like that. If you're into that, not judging, but don't do it in a space that affects other people. Like me, because I don't like that smell. It's musty. Beyond that, like in the bathroom, the way the shower is set up, like you can hear it. A flush wakes you up in the middle of the night until probably around like at the end of first semester, when you're just so used to it that you can finally like sleep through it. But you will get woken up in the middle of the night. People will pull the fire alarm in the middle of the night several times. So get ready for that too if you want to dorm. So my roommate is super nice about that. Like if she parties and comes in like super late at night, she like tiptoes to her bed and goes to sleep. I do the same thing. Like we don't wake each other up with a shower in the middle of the night. My old roommate used to do that. Like whenever she went out, like on a weekday, she would literally just like come back and take a shower, and I would be woken up, and it was so annoying. The second category of why I don't like dorming is the bathroom situation. Like I mentioned, you're sharing it with two other girls and your roommate. So that's a total of 4 girls using the same bathroom. The walls are pretty thin. You can hear everything. So if someone's showering, it's gonna bother you if it's in the middle of the night, and that's what happens all the time. But wait, there's more. A really popular class time is 9:30. Everyone has 9 a.m.s because no one's suicidal enough to have an 8 a.m. So usually 9 a.m. is basically the class time that people like gravitate towards. The issue with 4 girls choosing one 9 a.m. is big. There's just like a morning rush almost, but I like stopped taking showers in the morning because my hallmate would shower, and then sometimes I would shower, so I knew that showering wasn't secure. So I figured like I would either shower after class, after my workout, or at night. Showering is honestly like one of the minor problems in the dorm compared to everything else, which I will get into. But on the bright side, on the cleaning aspect, they do clean, and by they I mean like FSU like dorming staff. I'm not really exactly sure who it is. They go into the dorm and clean it once a month, which is great, but it's not that often obviously, so don't make a mess. Usually there's not a messy problem. The dorm also supplies like cleaning products, like they have like the Swiffer thing, and then they have brooms if you make a mess, so it's like good on that note. And you also get free toilet paper, which is cool. So those are like some of the positive aspects of like, I guess, dorming, like free things, but I honestly don't think it outweighs like the bad. The third topic I'm gonna talk about is trash, since we're already on the topic of like cleaning and waste. So in your room, you have a trash bin and you have a recycle bin that you share with your roommate, and then you're responsible for going across the hall and tossing it out into the not the dumpster, but it's like this dumpster system, like a chute where you open it, throw your trash, and it falls into the dumpster. That's kind of like the system that FSU uses. Basically what my roommate and I did was she took the trash, I took the recycle bin, and we just use it for trash so we can each have our own personal pile. There is no trash bin in the bathroom itself, because, unless you wanted to buy one and put it in there, but then the responsibility of who would throw that out would be a whole argument. But basically that just kind of sucks when you're on your period. You have to like wrap it and then go outside and then throw it in there, and I don't know, it's just weird. I don't like having my like period products in my trash where I also put like my papers and stuff. Like I don't like that, but you do what you gotta do. You can throw it out right after also, but that's just like a lot of waste. The fourth topic I want to talk about in concern to dorms is laundry. There's only one laundry room in the entire building, and it's on the 1st floor. So already, if you're on the 5th floor, this is gonna be a trip. Thankfully on the 1st floor, so it's not that big a deal, but regardless, it's still very inconvenient. You go to the laundry room, and then you have to pay every time you use the equipment, which is pretty standard. It's like using like a public laundry room, which is what it is, basically. Once you pay, it's like fine, it's not even that much money. You have to like load your laundry into the washers. Washers usually aren't a big deal, whatever. Then you have to sit there. Let me tell you why. If you leave your clothes in the laundry room, people will take out your sopping wet clothes, put it to the side, and put their clothes in because you were too late to take yours out. After you've been sitting there for like 40 minutes or whatever, however long it took you to wash your clothes, you have to put it into dryers. But the thing about dryers is there's more washers than dryers. There's a lot of people that are washing their clothes that are gonna need dryers, but there's only so many like limited number of dryers. I think it's like 5 or 4 or something like that. It's not a lot of dryers in comparison to how many people actually need them. So you're gonna be waiting a while, and your clothes is just gonna be sitting in there, or if you're lucky, it'll be sitting in there. Otherwise, you have to take it out so other people can wash their clothes. But it's like you're gonna be waiting a while. This whole thing is time consuming and just completely inconvenient. If you're a very patient person and you like doing your homework in the laundry room, this will be perfect for you. So after a decade, once your clothes is finally in the dryer, you're gonna be so happy because you can finally dry your clothes. Stay there. I know people whose clothes have gotten stolen. Like if you're washing like Nike or Adidas things, like people have gotten their clothes stolen. So you have to stay there. And then of course, the nice people will just take it out and put it on like whatever surface they can find, which isn't that clean, but also not as big of a problem as stealing. The laundry situation is just really annoying. I don't like it. I barely do laundry there. My boyfriend, thank God, lets me do laundry at his house. The next thing I want to talk about is the kitchen, which is good and bad news. When I came to FSU, like I purposely did not get a meal plan just because I have like certain things in my diet that I can't eat. And then on top of that, I'm actually kind of picky. I just don't want to eat like gross food, which I don't think is like that revolutionary. The kitchen basically is going to be like how willing you are to go like to make your food. Thankfully, every single dorm on campus has a kitchen, and there's one, as far as I know, on every single floor. So at my old dorm, I had one on my floor, and in this new dorm that I'm in, that I actually like better than the old one, I also have a kitchen. So I'm really thankful to have access to like a full functioning kitchen. There's a microwave, there's a stove, and there's an oven, so it's like pretty complete. I like that a lot, but the only things, because there's a lot, that I don't like about it is people will steal your things. There's just thieves on campus. It absolutely sucks. So I remember I tried to be trusting, and the first day I left my soap on the counter, which isn't even valuable. So imagine what they would do with like pots and knives. Like I left my soap on the counter, and then the next day it was gone. So like people steal things. So don't do it. Don't leave your stuff there. So what bothers me is like I have to carry all my stuff. My sponge so I can wash the dishes when I'm done, like my plate, my pots, like whatever it is that I'm cooking, I have to lug it from my dorm room to the kitchen. And it's just, again, inconvenient. And the worst part, oh, I hate when this happens. Obviously, like everyone is kind of like rotating around to like breakfast, lunch, and dinner time, because when everyone's done with their classes, they want to have like dinner at like 5, 6, 7 p.m. So after you're done lugging everything to the kitchen and you get there only to find that people are already in there using everything, and you're just like, great, like you have to go back to your room and then probably like order in or just like eat a snack and just like starve that night basically. So it's just like inconvenient to have like the kitchen that isn't for yourself, or you don't have like on site like utensils, foods, pots, like equipment, stuff like that. It's annoying, but if you don't mind it, like definitely go for it, because I think that's one of like the pros of living on FSU. There is a kitchen on every floor, whereas I know that's not true for like other schools. So it is a good thing that we have. There's also like another issue, which is like you don't have a lot of fridge space in your dorm. It's a mini fridge and it's really tiny, and so you can only stuff it so much. So like I don't even buy chicken. Like I can't. There's just no space to like have a bunch of food. I eat a lot of tuna. Tuna is like gonna be your holy grail in college. Like I am not joking. Like I eat tuna like sometimes twice a day for lunch and dinner, because it's literally so hard. Like sometimes you just can't cook. There's people there. You run out of food. Like I like cooking eggs. Like especially when I work out. Like I need some food, not just tuna. Like I like to cook eggs, and then people start coming in and it's just awkward. But yeah, tuna's gonna be your best friend. So good luck, get ready. And the final topic that I have to talk about is probably the most important when you're looking and comparing prices to living on campus and off campus, and comparing living situations, and that is price. I cannot stress this enough. Like I'm literally like, I feel scammed. FSU is gonna give you your personal finance page when you come onto campus. So you're gonna be able to see how much you pay for tuition, housing, and literally fees. That's all they call it, it's fees, like whatever that means. When you come to like live at FSU and like be a student there, they're gonna like bill you for everything basically. So I'm gonna insert my bill for housing. That's how much I pay for housing when I was at my old dorm, and it was just my roommate and I sharing the bathroom. We were living right next to our RA, so we only shared the bathroom between the two of us, which was great, but not worth $500. I definitely prefer sharing it with, like, sharing among 4 girls than sharing it with just like another person. I don't think it's worth it. So let me break this down for you like I did for myself and realized I was getting scammed. So in spring semester, we go to school January, February, March, April. May 1st is finals. Like I have finals like the week of May 1st is finals, basically. So that's the last week you're in school. I know for me personally, I'm gonna be done with school by like May 2nd. So that's 2 days out of May where I'm gonna be in the dorm. I'm pretty sure you have to leave by like May 6th or 7th. So literally April and then a week in May. Just to be generous, I'm gonna call it 5 months, even though it's not. For the cost of living 5 months in the dorm, you're paying $740 a month to share a room, to share a bathroom with 2 other girls, and to literally live in a dwarf-sized bed. Let me tell you, if you're not like, girl, lose some weight real quick, because if you're not skinny, like living in that bed is gonna be problematic. That it's like this big, you can't even, bro, like I know people that have fallen out of their beds, it sucks. Like get ready for that, because the price of 5 months is $740, and let me tell you, it's not worth it. I wish I had lived off campus instead of living on campus and bought a place that literally costs $700 a month to live in, because it's not worth staying on campus. Like it's really not. On top of living off campus, you get your own room, your own fully equipped kitchen with a full-size fridge. You get your own bathroom typically. Like it's just so much better to live off campus, and you're literally gonna end up paying less. My rent for next year is $600 and something, like $615 a month. Literally, I get a way bigger room. I get a better kitchen. Like it's just better. Like I didn't know about this when I signed up to be in a dorm. Like I didn't think this through. I didn't really understand. I didn't know where I could live off campus. Like I wasn't like familiar enough with FSU, with Tallahassee, and I like sincerely wish I was. The only thing I will tell you is FSU does do 9-month leases, like from August or whatever to May, I guess. They do like leases for that long. Whereas off-campus living, you have to sign a 12-month lease. But in my opinion, it's fine because everyone in Tallahassee subleases. Also, if you have scholarships, like that's how I'm gonna pay for my rent. Like I'll just take that money, put it towards rent, and then take classes in the summer so I can pay for rent if someone doesn't want to sublease. It's really not a big deal. If you're really pressed for money, it literally will be cheaper, because I know places that start at rent with $500. $500 to have your own room, bro. Like you don't even realize the importance of like having your own room until you're forced to share it with someone you don't even know. I'm sorry if I got a little passionate, if I got a little real with you there, but I just feel so strongly about this because I wish I saw a video like this when I was like signing up to live in a dorm. I thought I was gonna be cool. Like yeah, I met some people, but it was not worth it. Like I just am not happy in a dorm. It's really hard, but everyone that lives off campus just takes the bus system because it's a lot easier to do it. Like it's just better for the environment also. Since it's so common, it's also safe and it's just really efficient. So that's what I'm going to be doing next semester when I'm living off campus, because I'm not doing a dorm again. I'm not trying to do that to myself again. So yeah, that was my little ramble, my opinions, my thoughts on living in a dorm on campus. I think the only way I would consider living in a dorm on campus was if I got my own room and had like a kitchen and it was like apartment style, and it also wasn't too expensive. Not like I'm asking for much, I know. But yeah, I just really hope this video was informative to you and helped you make a decision on whether or not you want to live off campus or on campus. Please think it through, because remember, you're gonna be living there for like a whole like school year, and that's gonna be the place where you go to after class, where you literally like where you go to sleep, where you go to chill. Like your room is gonna be your hotspot. So like choose wisely. All right, so I hope I didn't stir the pot too much. I hope this was really helpful. This is the type of video I wish I had when I was making my decision. So if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up down below, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'm just gonna make more like college type videos, lifestyle videos, stuff like that. So my summer's gonna look super cool also, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next time.